Alrighty, so we are here for another segment of LalaTV, and we have someone really, really interesting that we are going to be talking to today. Her name's Annie Wong, and she is definitely someone very interesting, in my opinion. Again, we have somebody who is doing a career path that isn't necessarily what they studied in university or in their previous lives. Let's just put it that way. So I'm going to invite Annie, and Annie's going to be doing a little bit of introductions. Hi.
Hello. Hi, Lala. Hi.
Hello. So,
Okay,
how
so
are you doing today, Annie? All good?
yeah, awesome, awesome. It's just another great day for me. Every day is a new brand day. So I hopefully you are the same too, right, Lala?
Definitely, for sure. So, to kick things off, let's hear a little bit more about yourself, Annie.
Okay, sure. So my name is Annie, and then I'm graduated and from Penang. So all this while is Chinese educator, so my English is not that good. All right, and then after that, when I graduated and then became a scientist, because I graduated as a bachelor science degree holder in chemistry and biology, both major in Ta College. That time was Ta College. And then after that, stepped into the society, became a medical sales rep for about 8 years and became a regional sales manager. Then I converted into a certified financial planner, a certified financial coach, and also a professional trainer right now to educate people on financial literacy. Yeah, so this is what I do now as a financial consultant.
That's insane. I mean, honestly speaking, because I was looking through your profile, and yes, chemistry and biology is definitely like your field, your forte. And like you mentioned, you're in the field for about 8 years in total,
Yes.
right? So,
Yep.
what was the reason that you actually decided to go into the current field that you're in?
Well, that was a long story.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
okay, so there are a few factors why I converted into this financial consultant path. Because first of all, the major factor is because I had few incidents whereby, because I was quite good in making money during that time, because pharmaceutical line you can earn a lot of commissions by selling medicine to hospitals, clinics, pharmacies. And that time I was quite young, 24, 25, and then I earned about 5-digit figures. That time it's considered a big
Huge.
lump sum of money. Then I decided to make passive income. Like everyone dreaming is about like financial freedom.
Yeah.
So I start to do investing. Yeah, that time I start to invest, and I came across a lot of people, and they are actually not a genuine people. Like I put it this way, a lot of scammers, and I fell into all kind of scams before. So you name it, I have it. So like group buy property, forex, cryptocurrency, money game, pyramid scheme, MLM, all sort of things. I went
Wow.
into it. And I lost a lot of capitals. It's totally majority of my savings all gone. And I felt like, why I'm so stupid. I'm just a normal little girl, which I believe I'm not capable to become a financial freak person or become rich or good in investment. No, investment is not for me. So I feel like very stupid, and then I stopped everything until one day, one of my friend came, and he is a CFP, Certified Financial Planner. He said that, hey, Annie, you are not stupid leh. You actually lack of a little bit of financial literacy only, because you are coming from science background. So why not you just go and learn financial literacy in a formal way? That is in an official way. Go and explore CFP. So then I decided to went and explore. Really very interesting. After the first class, and I directly signed up for the whole 4 modules within 2 years' time. Then, ta-da! I became CFP knowledge.
That's actually a really good story. I'm gonna ask a few questions on that because we talk about financial literacy and we have a lot of information that's online. So many, right? You have your YouTube, your Facebook friends, family, everything in between. But even though, like you mentioned, your income can be really high, or you have substantial amount of money that you want to invest, but nobody knows where to start. So, if you could tell someone really fresh, green, doesn't know much about investing, what would be your first advice for them?
Very good question, Lala. I just had some talk in a university, and I realized nowadays the youngsters are very fresh.
Yeah.
When I talk about investment, they have like, what is that? No idea. What are you talking about? So it's very general, but when I come across this kind of fresh people, I will tell them, remember, next time, if you want to invest, two things to take into consideration. Very important, you have to understand these two things. The first one is the purpose, why you want to invest. Whether it is long-term purpose, like retirement planning or your education planning for your child, the future kids, or it is short term, like let's say after 3 years I want to go to Europe trip, all these things is short planning.
Short term.
So the purpose, you have to be very clear, then only you go to the second one, which is the strategy. So if let's say your purpose is very clear, I want to invest for my retirement, long term, then you can opt for the strategy dollar cost averaging down. That means I don't care the market up and down, I just put in and invest and dollar cost averaging down. Whenever the market is up or down, I just close eyes, I don't care, I just keep on pumping in the money. So in future, you will see the long term, the market trend will bring up, and you will find the outcome is very good, because due to all the years dollar cost averaging down, if you know what I mean, then you can get a lump sum of money together with the compounding interest strategy. Yeah. So these are all the things that you have to understand before you put in your capital into certain investment vehicle. And of course, you need to make sure all these vehicles are genuine. Don't be like me.
Everybody likes to experiment. Experimenting, that's always the easy way out for a lot of people, because usually, when these scams or people who come to talk to you say, "Oh, very easy. You just put in this amount of money. No need to apply for anything. Don't need to go register anywhere." And then everyone's just like, "Oh, that's easy. Let's do it." And that comes up to the next question, which is, we get this sometimes. I think a lot of working class, fresh grads, executives, managers as well, still are unsure, when they want to invest. Do I actually go to my KWSB account? Because KWSB has an investment account as well, right? Where you can just take some of your money and reinvest it. But what if I don't have a KWSB account? What do I do? Or what would be the best way for me to invest, or who should I talk to? Would it be someone like yourself or a bank institution? There are so many options that people tend to get blurred out, like, okay, this seems financial must be bank, so I must go bank, but banks are not going to be the right people. So what would you say would be the best option for them?
Yeah, I used to be like that. When I think about investment, go to the bank. But eventually you surrounded by different kind of people with you, your friends, your auntie, uncle, right? So they will come to approach you and say, "Hey, why not you invest here?" So back to the question, there are two parts. From the question is like, if you are someone is already income earners, you want to opt for certain investment tools. So where are you going? Is it KWSB? This is the first part. So let me answer this first part before I forget. KWSB, yes, is an investment account, mainly focused on the retirement funding. That means it is for long term, and it is not easy to get out nowadays, because you have to wait until 55 years old or a certain age, because heard that want to prolong the age. So on certain age, then only it turn into the account amount. That means you can withdraw the money. So now, if let's say you are 30 years old, you want to put in, and after 5 years you want to take out, you only can take out a certain portion from your account 2, which is only for certain purposes, like for your mortgage, medication, or education. So yes, many good fund manager is in KWSB, averagely very good dividend provided, about 5 to 6% per annum consistently throughout few years. And of course, beside KWSB, there are many more good investment tools. So the most common one in Malaysia is what we call the unit trust or mutual fund. And then if let's say you want to explore further, you can go for offshore investment, which I will strongly recommend people who plan for their children or themselves to migrate to other countries, or to hedge the Malaysia ringgit. Nowadays the Malaysia ringgit.
Yeah, yo-yo already.
So I have a lot of clients put into the offshore. That means they invest using US dollar, Sing dollar, Aussie, or other pounds. So these are the offshore investment available and quite promising return. I put it this way, yeah. So there are a lot of how to say, the investment tools that you can opt for, not necessarily KWSP only. The second part of the question, Lala, you are mentioning who should we talk to? Is it bank, only banker, or any agents, or auntie, uncle, or my parents? So in Malaysia, if you want to talk about investment, there are few institutes that regulated this kind of experts. The first one is we call the unit trust or PRS agents, private retirement scheme. So unit trust, PRS, they are regulated under FIMM. So this FIMM actually regulate all these agents. And this agent is tied with one company. Like for example, if you walk into, let's say just ABC Bank. And this ABC Bank, they also have a fund house selling unit trust. Yeah. So when you walk into this bank, they will actually ask you to invest into their ABC fund house. Yeah. So this is unit trust. The second one is saving plan. If you heard about saving plan, normally it's proposed by an insurance agent who are regulated under Bank Negara. So Bank Negara will regulate all these insurance people, and they also tied with a certain agency. For example, if you are from XYZ insurance company, you will ask the client to pump in the money into XYZ saving plan. Yeah, so after 5 years or 15 years or 30 years, you get a certain return. And the third party is like us, CMSRL license holder. That means we are more customer centric. What is the customer needs? We do the analysis, find the financial gaps, and then we plan for our clients. That's why we call certified financial planner. So we plan for the clients, and the clients decide which company to go, either ABC, BCD, or EFG. Yeah, so we have all the access to all these companies because we hold the full-fledged license. Yeah, so this is a different ball game because some people, some agent, they are focusing on product. I want to keep selling this product, and some we are trained to be like customer centric. Actually, what you need, let me see your whole financial portfolio before I comment anything. Yeah, so you can actually opt for go to the bank, talk to the banker who are licensed to sell you unit trust, or you can talk to the insurance agent who are licensed to sell you the saving plan, or you can also talk to the financial planner like us. Yes, that's answer.
That is definitely very interesting because I feel that a lot of people would rather talk to somebody like yourself because of the fact that you have so much like years of money coming in, going out, you're not sure what to do. And I think when you talk to someone who is selling a product, it's very above the line already. Most of the time, you'll just ask about your taxes, how much do you pay your KWSP, what's in your account, what's in your basic minimum inside, but they don't really talk to you about what are your goals at the end of the day. Like you mentioned, you keep on thinking of like, okay, is it going to be a retirement option? Is it going to be a short-term option? Or is it going to be like super long-term or for your kid and so on? So that's very interesting. That's super interesting to me because again, I feel that there is a lack of understanding in the market, especially when we first start off in this whole crazy world of a rat race and trying to get the income that you want, thinking that that's enough for you to retire. So in your opinion, right, if someone is looking for, say, financial freedom, right? Financial freedom is quite a big word nowadays, especially for the younger generation who feel that, yeah, I really want that. I don't want to be like my parents, retire at the age of like 55, 60. I don't mind living a modest life, but I don't know how to do that. So when is the right time or what is the right amount to start your first investment, in your opinion?
Very good question. Wow, Lala, you are very good one, So you also ask this for yourself also, right? Many people out there, normally when we as a financial consultant, we ask people, okay, so basically, do you have a financial goal in like ultimate goal, what you want to achieve? So they do not have a very clear goal. They only will tell me financial freedom, no need worry about money, travel around the world. buy things regardless of the price tag. This is very, very common. And when we want to do this financial planning, we want exactly telling the clients and educate the clients actually what you want. You need to write down with a very specific, measurable, and also it's reasonable goal. So this is what we call a SMART goal. You can actually go to have a look in the Google SMART goal. How do you write down a financial goal which is SMART? So this is the way when we come in, we know that this client or this person want to achieve certain level of like let's say 1 million investable asset when he or she at 45 years old. So if let's say you ask me, what should be the investment amount that this person have to start with or how? As early as possible is always our answer. So if let's say you want to start now at age 20, by the time you reach 45 years old, you want 1 million. Let's say assumption, the 6% investment return. So if you start now 20 years old, you only need to keep 1,000, save 1,000 every month, invest 1,000 every month. You get 1 million at 45 years old. If you start at age 30, you need to invest 3,000 a month in order to reach 1 million by the time of 45 years old. Because we have this, the powerful formula of compounding interest. The earlier you invest, the earlier it compounded. So you can see the return is greater compared to later stage. So a lot of people say, I have not enough money yet. I only have 100, 200. Yes, you can start first, 100, 200. Better than you don't do anything. Because why? It is like a habit for us. We call this money habit. If you do not want to invest 100 or even 200 now, then you keep procrastinating. Wait until I have money first. So you wait after 6 months, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 3 years, your money will never enough because when you earn more, your expenses will definitely increase because we tend to materialize ourselves, enjoy, and we want to entertain, and we want to buy a bigger car, bigger house, right? Money never enough. So when you keep on procrastinate later 5 years, later 10 years, compared to the person who started with even 100 every month, and they will top up whenever the income increase, you will see huge difference. So to answer your question in short, as early as possible, any amount, as long as you are comfortable to fork out 100 per month, you can start now.
There you go. I totally agree with the part where you say that, when you grow older, income comes extra. And that's totally right. When you first started working, like I think this happens to most people. When you first started working, say you get about 1,000, 2,000, you could survive. And then later on, as you become a manager, everything's like, how did I survive at that point in time? It's always we live in a very distracting situation. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not. Sometimes materialism is always the easier go-to when it comes to rewarding yourself. And I think the mindset that you have, Annie, is very, very, very good because we are talking about being patient, thinking of the long term, and going to that target that you really want to go to. And if you don't mind me asking, what motivates you to do what you do? Because I'm sure it's not easy, especially when you meet new people. I'm sure they're going to be like, yeah, I've heard about this before. I have a friend selling this, selling that. There'll be 1,000,001 things that people will tell you that will make you either not want to talk to them or, how do you continue that conversation? So what motivates you to do what you do every day?
There are two things that motivate me. The first, of course, is my family members because by how to say, realistic a little bit, because we do everything today is because we want to have something that we don't have now, like for example money and time in future, so that we can do whatever we like. That means right now maybe every day I need to work is because of money. So this is my main motivation. Of course, this is very realistic. I put it down first. The second one, internally, the spiritual part is because I have an idol. Many of my friends who know me, they know who is my idol. Andy Lau, if you know who is he.
Yes.
since I 2 years old, I already follow him.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is the motto of him. He mentioned these phrases before, saying that we teach whatever we learn, we give whatever we earn. So this is very impactful to me for my life. So when I realized that, actually in Malaysia, really I did a survey, and according to the statistic, we actually had a very low financial literacy score. It's only scored 12.8% in this region of world, Southeast Asia. So 12.8% means many of people, when you talk to them about investment, about retirement planning, about financial planning, they have no ideas. That is why they easily fell into traps like me previously. So I hear this, okay, I put in money. I hear that, I put in money. So that is why what motivates me is I don't want people to step or to go through the painful experience that I had previously. Because that is not only the money things, not money matters. It's about the reputation and our friendship. Because during that time, I have become very greedy, and then because of the MLM, the money game system, they asked us to introduce people. So we introduced the friends. We means me and my boyfriend. Now is my ex-boyfriend and my husband. So we brought our friends in, and then ends up the capital all gone. So first, reputation gone. Second, the money gone. The third thing is friendship gone. I don't want that to happen. It's very painful. It's not that money things, money can earn back. But the friendship and the trust is something that we built so many years, and ta-da, no more. Because you did something wrong. So that is why I'm motivated to educate as many Malaysians or as many people in terms of financially literate. Because without that knowledge, we fear, or we don't know how to start, and we simply listen to someone who don't really genuinely want to help us, but they only look into their commission pockets. So that is why I position myself as an educator, and I do 1 to 10, 1 to 100, 1 to 500, so that when the people come in, they listen to my talk and they realize that, it's time for us to raise our financial literacy. And if let's say they really want to find someone to do one-to-one consultation, they will book my time. Or I'm too busy, I will actually ask them, revert them to my team. Yeah, so that is how I work nowadays. Yes, this is what motivates me.
That is definitely a huge motivator, because we all have heard of that MLM situation. I think my parents as well. I had friends who, would call me up, and then it just doesn't seem right. I totally understand. And it's amazing that you brought that terrible experience and made it into something very, 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 very beautiful. Honestly, when people talk about finance, it's very sensitive for a lot of people. Nobody wants to be told that they're financially illiterate. But I'll also be like you, when I'm like 25 to 28, I know zero. It's just like, what is this? It's just money. Okay, there's only KWSP. Oh, okay, there's this and that. But you don't know anything else. And you think, savings account. Oh, ASB. And there's so many things that end up being long-term loans or things like that. So it's a very important message for whoever is watching as well. It doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your income group. Financial literacy is super important. All right, coming back to you a little bit, because I was looking through your profile and I saw this Matthew Bailey Prize Award, and I'm so curious to know. But I didn't Google it. I didn't want to Google it because I wanted you to tell us what it was. So I want to know a little bit more about that.
Okay, Matthew Bailey Prize. It is okay. Then I have to start talking back my university time, whereby because I'm not from a very rich background, so I actually fully depends on my scholarship during the college, whereby I need to maintain every sem. That is very memorable thing for me. Every sem must be CGPA 3.85 and above in order to maintain that scholarship. So I have no choice, because no money from my house, my financial support don't have, totally none. So I have to work part-time and then I study and need to maintain every SEM, So by the time I graduated on the 4th year, that means we have 2 years diploma, 2 years degree. So we have an option to go to Campbell University in UK to study for another 6 months. But I have no money for that, so that I opt for the local 4+0 program. 4+0 means during the same SEM, we have 2 different papers. Let's say this is microbiology papers. We have a local paper, which is Malaysia, designed by Malaysian lecturer. And then another paper, same, microbiology, but it's crafted by the UK assessor, and I need to fulfill 2 papers.
Wow.
Yeah. So when we completed both papers, and I'm the top scorer in this the whole batch, and also is the top 5% of the whole, I'm not sure what is the benchmark. So I get this Matthew Bailey Prize. It is mentioning my top scorer in chemistry achievement. Yeah, that means I supposed to be a very good chemist. I suppose.
I find it so interesting, right? When I got your profile, usually I'll always do the digesting, okay, like where are they from, what do they do, and usually if it's art stream, you still go to art stream and stuff like that. But this is like totally different. It's like science and financial, which is a good thing. Maybe something in your studies actually works very, very well when it comes to linking things together.
Yeah, this is basically my strength because I'm not from account or finance background. Sure. So I know the pain point when we talk to finance or accountant or auditor. So now as a business owner, I form my own SME business, like Sopro Enterprise and also Sendirian Berhad. And I spoke to my tax agent, I spoke to my accountant and auditor. I don't really understand what they spoke, what they explained. Yeah. It's very professional, no doubt. They're very professional, but I don't understand as a layman. So that's why my strength is I go to study about color accounting, and then now I train non-finance people like me from science background, all this in a very interesting and fun way on how they look at P&L and financial statement, and how to analyze their own company portfolio, and how to save tax. That is where my specialty. I specialize in helping SME business owners to save tax up to 40% nowadays. And then whatever that they save, they put into the offshore investment that I help them to plan. Yeah, so this is what I do for SME business owner. This is become my strength because I can use their language, non-finance people language, teaching them something very professional like accounting, finance, all this. Yeah, so
that's a big skill. That's a huge skill because, like you said, like half the time I think when you have all the short form acronyms, right? Nobody really understands what that is.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. And you mentioned that you actually have a team of people that work with you. So, as a business owner, being a mother, being a wife, having a career, how do you actually manage having a team, making sure that they are doing what is required as well as achieving their goals? How do you manage things like that?
Yeah, how do I manage so many things together, right?
Right.
So I also admire at my own. Wow. Yeah, you are right. I'm a mother of 2, and then I'm also have to take care of them during evening time. So I have no time to do everything myself, So that is why I actually leverage. This is a very big word that I learned from my sifu. If we cannot do something, then we find someone who can do something, or someone who have something that I don't have. So this is what we call leverage concept. That is why I'm very glad that I joined in this current FA firm. When we talk about FA firm, means financial advisory firm. So this FA firm is regulated by Securities Commission and Bank Negara. So this whole team is everyone just like me with the qualification. They can actually do planning. They can do estate planning, insurance planning, retirement planning, all sort of planning, as long as they are CFP licensed. So when I have no time to do all these things, I will pass to my team. That means my colleague. I put it this way. We are having a very good teamwork. we have help out each other. Whenever the other party not free, then I will help out. Yeah, so this is where I can manage, because from the career side, I mainly focus on education. That means people know me as Annie Wong. Oh, she is a trainer on account and finance, and also taxation, specialized in tax. So when after the education, after the class, they opt for one-to-one, and I have not many time for one-to-one. So I will actually revert them to my team. Either they want to go for tax consulting, then I will introduce them to my panel team, like tax agents, because only tax agent they can file in the submission, not certified financial planner. So when it comes to financial planner, they want to do investment, insurance, will and trust, then I will introduce them to my friend, to my colleague, to my team.
That's very
yes.
Yes, that's a word that I think most people, especially when it comes to entrepreneurs or even up and coming execs, sometimes you want to do everything, and then you get burnt out. You know your efficiency level changes, but leveraging is super important. I think it's key to anyone who wants to expand themselves, be it in career or be it in business as well. So Annie, we're actually coming to the last part of our segment. So I'm going to actually give you the floor, and I'm going to let you share whatever you want to share about yourself or about the company or how people can contact you. So after this segment, you can actually reach out to you either on social media or email or anywhere you want. So I'm going to step out and I'm going to give you the floor.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so my name is Annie. You can find me in Annieway96.com. This is my own website where I share with you about my past, my blog, and also some of my details. If let's say you would like to engage me, you can actually WhatsApp me directly, or you can actually go to follow me on Facebook. Yeah, Facebook on Annieway96 Consultancy. So this is my English page. If you want to follow me on Chinese page, it is Kim Classroom. Yeah, Kim Classroom. So that is a Chinese page. If you want to follow me on any of the tax updates, recently many taxation framework upgraded, all these things, I will actually do it for free. If you want to catch the free tax updates, you are welcome to WhatsApp me again. How to get my WhatsApp number? You can actually get it from the link below. So this is my number. You can jot it down: 012-664-5985. 012-664-5985. And if you know how to read Chinese book, so this is my book. You can actually get it from Popular or Kinokuniya. I'm telling people on how to become richer than your peers within 10 years time. 10年后比你的同学更有钱. So this book is available in Popular and Kinokuniya. And welcome to stay connect with me. I'm more than happy to share with you my experience and how to identify your financial gap, how to save tax up to 40%, and how to invest in offshore. All right. So thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, Lala. And I'm giving back the floor to you, Lala.
There we go. I was just going to say, I think Annie's going to get a call from me after this. So thank you so much for your time. It's been an amazing session, and honestly, things that revolve around financial literacy is definitely something I'm very passionate about, because like yourself, when I was younger, wasted a lot of time. Wasted a lot of time and trying to figure out what's good and what's not, when I should have gotten the right advice from the right people like Annie. And getting there is much easier. I'll definitely tell you guys that if you find the right person, someone that's passionate, you'll achieve your goals no matter what it may be. All right, so thank you so much for joining. This is another segment of LalaTV, hoping for another session with you guys end of the year. Annie, I hope to see you again real soon. And yeah, that is it for today. See you. Bye.
See you. Thank you. Thank you, Lala. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.